Hello, my name's Fox9, so taking 9-bit Fox, and here's another 9-bit theories, but this time it's not on Steven Universe. If you didn't see the video, if you didn't see the title below, this one's actually about Star vs. the Force of Evil, which, again, this is a theory that just popped in my head, and it could be totally, incredibly, horribly wrong, but I want to do it because it kind of, I kind of was thinking about it, and this could happen. And if it does, if it does, that would be kind of awesome. This is a theory saying that maybe Toffee and Marco have a lot more in common. Basically, that Toffee might be future Marco. And I know what you're thinking. That I stole that from the Nostalgia Critic. Well, Chester A. Bum. But, he doesn't look anything like Marco. Heck, he's a monster lizard man, and Marco's Marco. Well, there's a few things I want to bring up about that. One, it's like things that were left out throughout the entire episode. This is why I'm thinking this. And also, I guess you could say since Toffee appeared, Toffee's known how to manipulate not only Star, with now showing that Marco is her soft spot, and also how much damage her wand can do, and got something that could easily deflect the damage caused by the wand. He also knew how to get into beat Ludo, basically, to kick him out of his own castle. And also he said earlier in the show, like I said before, that he was scorned by that magic or by that wand. Which, of course, you'd think, okay, maybe he's a monster from the olden days, maybe, like, the past or whatever. That's what I first thought, too. Maybe that is it. Maybe that is true. But then I started thinking a little bit more, like, when I saw a little bit more, because during this episode, there was a sandwich. A sandwich that's popped up in the beginning of the episode, and then there was another sandwich, I believe either the same kind, because it had the little bubbles coming off of it, given to Marco by Toffee. And then a third time, if I remember correctly, third time, Toffee was about to eat a sandwich that looked almost exactly the same. Which I believe it was almost exactly the same, because it wasn't, I don't believe, the same one, because Marco not smashed the other one. Which, of course, you could just take it, well, there's a whole bunch of sandwiches. Or it could be that Toffee knew, well, not like the sandwich in the beginning, but Toffee knew that Marco would like the sandwich, and you also see that Toffee could have known that, like, he himself, being future Marco, likes the sandwich, and then gave his younger self the sandwich, knowing he'd like it. And then, of course, I don't know. That was that part. He gives him the sandwich because he knows he likes it. And also then later on down the line, but then again, you could also think of a few other things, but sorry. Then another part of this was through the entire episode. Well, I'll save that one for last. But actually, that's it. Another thing that leads me to believe this is because through this episode, when Toffee's talking to Marco, he's putting his actually, wait, no. Yeah, well, I'll just go with it. He was putting his coat and a rack on a stand, his coat and his tie on a stand that had a mirror that showed his face. It just so happens in the end of the episode, Marco was the one, after Toffee was apparently blown up. Marco looked into the mirror, and, same way Toffee did, like, it kind of looked like he had the suit on, in a sense. Which, okay, that could be, again, foreshadowing that Toffee is Marco, or Marco is Toffee. And then, I already know what I'm going to say for the last one, but, what was the last bit? What was the bit I wanted to get to before that one? I forgot what it was. But, alright. But then, alright. Oh, I remember now. The point where Marco threw a punch at Toffee. Marco tried to throw a punch at Toffee, and Toffee somehow already knew that he was going to throw the punch, or I guess you could predict it, but throw the punch, and Toffee appeared behind Marco, as, like, already knowing where to be just so that Marco would hurt his hand against the glass. Alright, and then the last bit. being Marco's monster arm, which happened a few episodes back. If you haven't seen that episode, where Star turned his, I believe it was his right arm into a monster arm that could basically is super strong, and I don't know if it could heal. I don't know. It could be the case. I'm not quite sure, but and the reason why I bring this up is because one, Toffee gets his arm blown off, although his left arm, not his right. And it does come back kind of like a tendril-like state, and then like it forms into a hand. And the monster arm being a big tentacle. And then another thing is, Toffee was missing a finger on his right hand, which, okay, you could say, well, he just lost his finger in some way. But then, like I said in my review of the episode, I think I uploaded it by now. I'll upload these two probably back to back if I didn't yet. That one finger is missing, which of course we've seen already that he's able to regenerate. So then, why is that finger missing? Maybe that was where the monster hand's face was. Maybe like Marco in the past, when like the monster arm started trying to take over, instead of having it to where the monster arm would take over completely, like the monster arm started out the finger and Marco just cut it off, and then maybe that somehow allowed him to take control without needing that hand to be there to control with. Which you also see again in the beginning of the episode, that when he was asked to reach inside to grab the sandwich, his monster hand actually started coming to life. So, or like you saw a flashback to the monster hand. For some reason, we don't really get a reason why that happened, other than it was his right hand, and his monster arm said he would return. And then, of course, you're all saying, but how is this Marco here and this Marco there? How is Toffee and Marco supposed to be in the same timeline? Of course, if you haven't guessed already, time travel. But then you might be thinking, well, we really haven't gone into time travel yet. But we have had a time manipulating episode where Star froze time, knocking Father Time off the wheel. For all we know, maybe there is a way that they can actually reverse time, and if anything, maybe Star accidentally shoots Marco into the past or something. And then again, there's the whole thing about Toffee looks like a monster, not Marco. Again, I'm going to say magic. If only because Star has done a lot of magic to where it does go wrong, Monster Hand. And for all we know, maybe that Monster Hand is able to manipulate, maybe with, like, cutting off the head of the Monster Hand, he's able to take control and be able to change himself, or maybe something happens with Star's magic or whatnot that changes Marco, something scarring him. Or it could be Marco from another timeline. But, which actually could be the case with the whole sandwich thing. Being that the alternate timeline, Marco actually ate the sandwich, and then, I don't know. But either way, that was the whole theory. Also, we really don't even know what the sandwich would do to Marco, actually. Also, since both sandwiches that Star tried to give Marco and Toffee tried to give, little bubbles came off it. So for all we know, whatever that sandwich does maybe turns Marco into Toffee. No idea. But either way, this was just a small little theory that I wanted to bring up. It's, again, probably totally wrong. Totally wrong, because this is like, I don't know if, is it a stretch? Because, again, there are those little tidbits all throughout the season, but who knows? But either way, thank you everyone so much for watching. If you want to check out more videos that I've done, click the link in the description below. Tell me what you thought about this theory in the comments below. What you like about it, what you don't like about it, what could possibly pop this bubble. But either way, thank you everyone so much for watching. Check out all of the videos. Also, he also knew how quickly to screw with Ludo so that he gets high real quick. But either way, thank you everyone so much for watching. Check out all of the videos, and we will see you later.